Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kirsten and today I'm going to be using a full face using one brand, and that is Wet n Wild. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to find all these products, and I finally found it all for you guys. So if you want to see all these products on my face, see how they work, then just keep on watching. So a lot of these products are a first impression because I just bought them yesterday and haven't tried them out yet. And no matter where I looked, I could not find a primer, so that is, I think, the only product that I don't have, besides brows, because they didn't have my shade, but I did buy a brow gel from them. I'm going to be using my favorite primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm going to put that all over my face. So I'm going to go in with their color corrector from their Coverall palette. I've been using this for a really long time. I do feel like the formula is really thick, but it has a lot of pigment and works really well for me. So I'm happy about that. I'm just going to take the yellow shade and I'm going to put that under my eyes. So I also just have a few red dots on my cheeks, as you can probably see. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green over that. So this foundation currently is not my shade, as you can tell. This is my winter foundation and I'm currently in the summer right now. So please excuse me if this doesn't match where I went shopping for the rest of the products I already had. They did not have this foundation in other shades. I don't know if it's buildable. I haven't tried to build it. I definitely feel like from what I've gotten from it, it's like medium coverage max, you know? Because it has more than a BB cream, but like as you can tell, like it's really not covering much. I was like obsessed with this foundation and like really loved it, and I guess that's because everyone else did. Like I had no complaints. It doesn't separate on my face. It doesn't cling to any weird patches. It doesn't crease super duper easily. And their shade range for pale skin is pretty nice. But like once it gets into like the darker shades, that's when they're not doing so well. It's going on my forehead a little bit weird, but my forehead's a little bit weird, so. For a $6 foundation, it's like really good, but the more I use it, the less and less I love it, because I'm so overwhelmed, and I expect so much more from a foundation that has like this much rave. So next I'm going to take the Mega Glow Makeup Stick in Conceal. I could not find their Photo Finish Concealer in my shade, so using a stick concealer. They had two other concealers, but I think they discontinued them. They had like some that had like no product in it, and I think that was the Coverall, and then they also had like a cover stick. And those were like my go-tos in 7th grade. It's not horrible, but I have like really bad under eye bags, so like obviously it's not gonna do me the greatest. But honestly, for how heavy it felt putting it on, it really doesn't stay that heavy, but I feel like there's more coverage on this side than this side. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and blend that out. It blends out really nicely, like especially with like a damp beauty blender. I also have their contour stick. I'm going to highlight my face as well. I don't recommend it for like face highlight, but for under eye concealing, like I've seen worse. So then I have their makeup contour stick. This looks used because it's my sister's, but oh shoot. I've actually never cream contoured, but I've seen it on Instagram. It's in my hair. So I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm doing. And then this is the only brush I have. It kind of like absorbs the product, but like maybe that's what I need. I'll do the other half. Oh, oh no. Okay, what the fuck? Spray don't freaking contour. I'm getting Oompa Loompa vibes. I look like the girls at my school and they get a crappy spray tan. That's not working, so I'm gonna just try and smear it away. Using my beauty one. Okay, I think that worked. This is their Photo Focus Pressed Powder. I've never tried this, but I'm excited. Because, you know, I've had some flashback incidents in my life. So, now that that is all set, I'm just going to take their bronzer, which I used to use this religiously. I don't know if you guys can tell. You can see the ring of the pan, because I used to use this so much, and, like, I was going to do Project Pan, which, like, I like to change up my makeup so much that, like, that just wasn't for me. But, I love this, and then I got the Butter Bronzer, and I was like, why was I over here making myself look orange? Like, who hurt me? And my friend Harley, check out her channel, Harley Caitlin, link will be in the description. It just has, like, a lot of sheen to it. Like, like a lot of shade. Also, first impression, I've had two of their other blushes. I've had their ombre blush, and I've had their Divine Wine in the color. The camera absolutely loves me, so it stopped recording, so I apologize. Forget where I was, but I think I said I had this blush in Divine Wine, and it was like really, really soft and buttery, but that was their older formula, so... Okay, it's still buttery, but it has like gold reflex in it, which I think Orgasm by NARS has. I have no idea how to put on blush, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to like sweep it back, if you're just supposed to like, yeah. Yeah, I don't really like this, because like it's so much, like picks up on the brush like this. Oh yeah, I just kind of need to show you the shade. This is the shade. It's very, very pink. It's a lot more peach in person, but oh Jesus, do you see what I just did? Frick. Looks like I'm just going to be very obnoxiously blushed right now. Oh, yes. Keep making it worse, Kirsten. That's the disaster that I call blush. Thank you very much. I know it looks great. And so this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in Precious Pearls. This is the shade. So this is a bit more of a bronzy color. Probably won't, oh jeez, no, it won't match me. This is my sister's, and it's a little bit dark on her, and she's very, very tan. You can tell that, I don't know if you guys can see it, you can tell there's a bronziness of like the highlight, like when I face forward, but like directly in the light, like it's really, really pretty. Next is eyeshadow, which this is the only eyeshadow I saw. They're not really known for their eyeshadow. But if you're on a hella budget and this is all you can afford, go for it. Because like I have a lot of Wet n Wild things that like I've been using for a good amount of time and like I loved, and that was like some of the first stuff I was using. I'd pull up to my Five Below because like I didn't really live near any Dollar Trees. I actually think I want to follow like what it says on it, because this one says brow bone, this one says crease, and this one says eyelid, which I totally would hate those colors on my lid, but like if that's what it says, like that's what it says, you know. So I'm just going to start with this eye blending brush, and I'm just going to go straight into the crease with this middle brown shade right here. And this is very shimmery, so I am putting shimmer in my crease, which I'm pretty positive everyone's like, stop it, get some help when it comes to that. But then I'm just going to go on to the other eye. And I think I picked up too much, because instead of staying in the crease, it started to like work its way up. Like, this is not very easy to control. I'm just going to wet this pencil brush with some water, and I'm going to go in with the brow bone shade, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. And then it just says for this bottom shade down here, which is like kind of like a brownie, pinky, not very pigmented color, it just says eyelid. So I think that goes in your eyelid. Oh god, I look like all those like ladies that work at Walmart that have shimmers all over their eye and like too much blush on. Kill me. Eyeshadow is done. I feel fantastic. I don't have a Wet n Wild mascara. I've actually never tried it, but I do have a friend that had it. So I'm going to take the Mega Protein Mascara. It is very, very liquidy, I will say that. I do notice that it is very, very thin. I don't think it's making my eyelashes look any longer. I think it's just defining what's already there. So I could not find a brow product that was even remotely in my shade. They had a shade called Blonde, but it was out of the packaging, and that's not very sanitary. And then all the other shades were like brunette and like way too dark. So I just took the Essence Make Me Brow, which is a $3 tinted brow gel, and I put that on my brows. And then I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara, which when I was, I think in 5th or 6th grade, I used to wear clear mascara. It smells like alcohol, and I always feel like I'm just putting like aloe on my face. And I feel like this would be a really good opportunity for them to throw like some aloe and like some vitamin E, but like I don't even think I want to know what's in this. So I'm hoping that this would just kind of keep my brows in place. Probably not as good as my Anastasia one. That one is go. So I have kind of like 3 lip options. I have this Wet n Wild lip pencil, rose gold lipstick with their liquid lipsticks, which I feel like everyone uses. Oh, I just put it right over the rose gold. Okay, cute. I'm not a huge fan of the shade, but I feel like everyone uses it in their videos, so I'll use it, and then I might put the rose gold on top. Everyone kept saying, oh, get the shade, because it looks like a really cute, like, nudie shade, but once you put it on, it's, like, really pink and orange. I don't wear this often. I think I've worn it, like, once, and I wasn't, like, a huge fan of it. It is really drying. It makes my lips look, like, really crusty and gross. I really look like a clown right now, like, I'm not kidding. Like, with the peachy lip, the shimmer everywhere, and this just, it's a hard no. But I'm just going to take the Wet n Wild Rose Gold, and I'm going to put that in the center. Don't think that helped at all. This eyeshadow is a tragedy. Pretty disappointed. I expected this to go a lot better than it did. I did put a lot of thought into trying to get the right shades and the right stuff for my skin type and all that. So this is the final makeup look. You know, there's definitely been better, not gonna lie. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.